Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this webinar. Today, we will talk about how to create custom dashboards for marketing reports when you are making not only digital marketing campaigns, but also, old school campaigns with banners and your phone numbers published in different mediums or sources. So today we are going to learn how to get this number of phone numbers and how to identify into dashboards of box implant kits. So what we are going to do first is to create an IVR really quick, and then we are going to connect these phone numbers to um, to create these custom dashboards. Also, we will talk about Box Engine and our technology in the cloud to unify all your communications in one place. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. So I told you guys this is a hands-on webinar. We're going to jump right into Box Implant Kit. Yeah, I'm accessing the account. Okay. All right, guys. So this is the box implant home. This is box implant dashboard, and we are going to create really quick. I'm going to teach you how I create an outbound scenario, and then we're going to check how to create an inbound scenario and relate these phone numbers to this inbound scenario. Okay, so you guys have both things in your your knowledge. So first, you go to the outbound section, then you go to scenarios, and you have a template gallery for scenarios that you can create for outbound calls. You can choose one of these. In this in this in this moment, I am going to choose a Net Promoter Score scenario template. What this is going to do is that when I clicked that template, it is going to create a scenario with all the logic already prepared for an NPS, a Net Promoter Score survey. Okay, so this will be my NPS survey webinar. Okay, I'm going to save that. All right, so let's create this functional NPS. I'm going to change it. First, I need to verify that we are recording this call because I am going to use this later. You can select how many times how many for how much time you want to save these records. Now you can edit your interactive menu here. Now let's check the text that we have here. So you can select one of the voices that we have for English. Now in this moment, I will leave it that way. Maybe I will choose Microsoft Aria. All right. I will leave this copy, and the replace. You can change it. If we didn't get any answer, we can replay some text. We can make some speech synthesis to tell something to the customer. Now we can detect both voice and DMTF tones from the keyboard of your user. Now, also, we have several speech recognition providers that you can use: Yandex, Google, Microsoft. In this case, we're going to use Google, and we're going to select after the end. We're going to start listening after the end of, I say this. You can also configure this for making your bot to be able to be interrupted. So we're going to say, we're going to give it like 5 seconds, and then we're going to allow our bot to be interrupted by our user. Now, in the responses section, we can select what are the answers that our customer can give. Now, in the port one, we will choose number one, digit number one, tone number one, and also one as a keyword. I am going to, as one will be the lowest qualification for our NPS. It will be, bad, uh, terrible, I hate you guys. It's the bad score. So it could be worse, worse. Oh, okay, you got the idea. Now you can do the same for the two. Okay, go up until 10. That would be great. It will be great, excellent, love, um, awesome, best. Okay, let's save that. Now, whenever I say these words, it's going to be recognized, and it's going to go out. The flow is going to go out from the port that was activated by the speech recognition that we make. Now, this comes to the important part when creating custom dashboards. Now, you can change with data modification block, you can change the value of a variable that you have in your scenario. So in this case, we have CSI variable. A variable, it's a word, a keyword that allow you to store a value. Data modification, it's a box that allow you. Okay, we're transmitting. It's a box that allow you to store or change values in variables. Now, what this means is that if I press the button, or if I say 10, or if I say I love you guys, I will make the data modification, this data modification, changing the value of CSI to 10. And then I'm going to say text to speech. Thank you. What's the most important reason for your score? And I am going to record the answer of my customer in this other variable. Now, the variable, it's not that it's going to be stored as an audio, it's going to be transcribed, it's going to be recognized from the customer, and it's going to be stored, this text, it will be stored in this variable ASR note. Okay, we're going to listen for 10 seconds. All right, we're okay to test our scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an outbound call to my phone number. I'm located in Colombia, but you have to know that you can make calls to more than 20. You know that you can make calls to more than 200 countries all over the world and buy phone numbers in more than 60 countries with Vox Implant in seconds. All right, let's make a call. Okay. Let's try to make a call again. I had my phone on airplane mode, so that's, it's difficult to get a call like that. I got it. Hello?
Afternoon. Greetings from Box Implant Kit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is it that you would recommend our product to a friend or colleague? Please, you can name the rating by voice and enter the keys on the phone.
I love you guys.
Thank you. What's the most important reason for your score?
Because you always give me great support. All right, that was it. This is how you can make a scenario in a couple of minutes and using a little time. Now, let's check how we can create an inbound scenario to receive calls in and how to buy phone numbers to receive these calls. Okay, so now you know how to make these outbound calls. These outbound calls are important because you can make them when you receive a form uh, from your landing page, when you receive a request from your CRM, you can trigger these calls to call immediately to your customers. So this is usually important. Now, let's check how to create an inbound scenario. The same thing for inbound scenario. You have some templates that we have, made for you, and you can use them. Maybe you have something similar uh, to do. You could take a similar template and squeeze it, change it a little bit to make it fit to your needs. Now we're going to have this. Okay, inbound call processing. Let's check it out. Let's choose this template and we're going to receive calls in one phone number. Actually, it's going to be two phone numbers. And we're going to check, I'm going to teach you guys how to get the variables that you need in Box Implant Kit to create these dashboards for the incoming call. You can have the caller ID. Okay, I'm going to talk about that later. Now, first, let's change the name of this template. It's going to be uh, now you have to know that in Box Implant Kit you can work with variables in several ways. In this way, we are checking if we have working hours. You can use data modification to create or to verify some rules. In this case, we are using check hours in order to. Okay, in this case, we're using data modification. We are using the function check hours in order to verify if we are in a time slot to see if we do something or don't. Now, working hours allows us to check if we are in the current time to say maybe good evening or good day, right? This is a scenario doing that actually. Now, if the time check is equal to 1, it will go through this port 1. If it's not 1, it will go through the failed port, which is this. So if we are on the working hours mentioned by this function, let's check it out again, between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. in plus 3 GMT time, oh, I don't remember what is all. but this is the time. If that is correct, it will be 1. If it's not, it is going to be 0. And we're going to go out from here. So this is the data modification and this is the data verification blocks. This allows you to edit and this allows you to check on variables. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to buy a phone number and we're going to relate it to this scenario. Now, this scenario, okay, let's check what happens if I go here. Hello, this is the name of your company. Please say on the line, and in the other text, it will be almost the same. All right, let's publish our scenario, and then we will be able to bind a phone number. If you haven't purchased any phone number, you won't see anything here. So you have to go to the phone number section in Box Implant Kit and buy a phone number. As I already purchased 2 numbers, I'm going to select one of these. I have selected these, and I have selected these. You can select any amount of phone numbers from any country to be related with the same scenario. So the question is, okay, Nicholas, if I can relate several phone numbers to the same scenario, how can I, check which person called which number? The way that you do that is something very similar to the way that we are doing this, because actually we have variables in Box Implant Kit that allow you to check on other information regarding the call, like the caller ID. Let me check that information. I have it over here. I'm going to provide that information to you. You can check this in our frequently asked questions in Box Implant Kit website. All right. So first, let's say that I want to put in my record which was the phone number that my customer dialed in. And depending on the phone number, I am going to play, maybe I could speak in Spanish, in English, and Japanese. I don't know. So how to do that? We're going to make data verification in which we verify this variable. The variable will be call dot phone b. This variable is the phone number that the person is actually calling. So as I have more than one number related to this scenario, I need to make sure which number person is calling. So if this is equal to, we have 2 numbers, right? Oh, we have 2 numbers. So we could say if this contains 9537, we're going to go, we could say this is state 1, right? And we're going to create another variable, which is port 2, in which this variable contains, other value. And this will be state 2. Okay, if I close this, phone dialed verification. All right, so we have the inbound call. We verify from which phone number we are receiving this call. And, I'm going to delete this. You could say that if we receive it from the state 1, we could send to this, and from state 2, we could send to this. And also, you could say that if you have a lot more phone numbers, all of these will appear in the history of calls of Box Implant Kit. Also with the recordings. Let's say that I want to record these interactions. Now I'm going to put this here, and that's it. I'm going to publish. Okay, I have two numbers. Now, imagine that I want to put another phone number or I want to buy a new phone number. I'm going to go here to numbers and I have all my numbers here. Oh, but I don't have enough money to buy another number. You can put money in your account here in the top corner right of your screen. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the scenario that I'm doing. I can do it also from here. I'm going to change this scenario that I'm using this phone number. And now I should be able to call to this phone number from my local phone and check my configuration, my development. I am dialing. You should go for over fails.
Hello, this is the name of your company. You called after hours. We work from time to time every day. Tell me what interests you, and tomorrow we will contact you. What is your question?
Okay, well, that happened because the phone number that I called in is not this one, it's 7413. Okay, so I'm going to change this. Okay, so as you saw, now that I made the call, we went through the port state one because now the property of the call that I phoned in uh, is being triggered by that condition. So this way you can have multiple countries to being answered by the same scenario using maybe different salutations, but at the end you can pass this to the same queue of agents. So this is a very simple way that you can, unify all your communications, all your calls between several cities, countries, and other areas with more complex um, scenarios. You can also interact or connect to your own CRM or other systems using HTTP request block, which will allow you to, connect to any API that it's reachable through the internet. Okay, and also it's very important that you know that we have a contact center, full contact center equipped uh, to create a contact center for more, for hundreds of people, very, very easy in a couple of steps from Box Implant Kit. So I hope that this will work for you guys, and I hope that this will work for you guys, and that's it. If you have any questions, remember that we have a YouTube English channel. Remember that we have support at boximplant.com email that you can send us any question. And we have a chat 24/7 at boximplant.com that you can make any questions. Okay, so let me check if we have some questions. If we have none, then see you later. And if you have any doubts, you can also reach through me in LinkedIn or in my email that will be related in this recording. Have a great day and week. Bye bye.